Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, students, and good afternoon, teacher Nok. So for today, we will be having a new lesson. Okay, so last meeting, we were able to talk about or to read the passage, The Wright Brothers and the First Airplane. Okay, now before we start, let's check the settings first. Okay, can you hear me? Yes or no? Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Can you see me? Yes or no? Can you see me? Yes. Okay. Now it seems that everything is good and everything is fine. Now let's start our lesson. Okay. Now today's lesson is all about using should and shouldn't. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes. Okay. Now let's begin. Now, let's do vocabularies first, okay? Now, we have ASEAN mountains and forests, okay? ASEAN mountains and forests, okay? Who wants to read? Let's have John, please read. ASEAN.
ASEAN has 4 important mountains.
Next.
Mount Bromo is a volcano in Indonesia. White smoke comes out of it. Indonesia thinks that a priest used to live there a long time ago.
Okay, very good. Great job, John. Next, let's have Mount Ijen. Mount Ijen, let's have Kun Kao, please read Mount Ijen.
Mount Ijen is also in Indonesia. It has moved 5
Mount
miles.
Doi Intanon.
Doi Intanon is Thailand's highest mountain.
Okay, very good, Kun Kao. Great job. Next, let's have Kan, please read. It has
It had a TD on the top mount.
Hakakaborazi
Hakakabolasi
in
in
Myanmar.
Myanmar is the highest mountain in Asia. It has snow at the top.
Okay, very good. So here are our vocabulary passage for today, okay? Very good, students. Now, ASEAN mountains and forests, okay? Now, ASEAN has 4 important mountains, okay? When we say ASEAN, okay? ASEAN are the nations in Asia, okay? So, the ASEAN nations are Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, China, okay, Korea. So those are we have Myanmar, we have Cambodia, Laos, okay? So those are the ASEAN countries that we have, okay? Mostly all the countries in Asia, okay? Now, ASEAN has 4 important mountains, okay? When we say mountains, they are remember land habitats, okay? Our lesson last time was habitats. So mountains are part of it, the land habitats, and 4 of the most important mountains and forests are located in Asia, okay, or in ASEAN, okay? Now, the first one is Mount Bromo. Okay, repeat after me. Pudangdang, let's say Mount Bromo.
Mount Bromo.
Okay, Mount Bromo is a volcano in Indonesia. Okay, it is part of Indonesia. Okay, Mount Bromo, it's a mountain, it's a volcano. Next, we have Mount Ijen. Pudangdang, let's say Mount Ijen.
Mount Ijen.
Okay, Mount Ijen is also in Indonesia. Okay, they are both volcanoes. Okay, next, Mount Ijen has blue fire. Okay, it has blue fire. the lava, okay, the lava inside are color blue, okay? Instead of red, it's blue. That's why it's amazing. Very beautiful.
อาจารย์นักเรียนมันมีสีอะไรคะ สีน้ำเงิน
blue
เนาะ เออ
สีน้ำเงิน
ครูเพิ่งรู้โอเคโอเค
Next, we have our very own Mount Doi Intanon is the highest mountain in Thailand. Okay, so we have Mount Doi Intanon located here in Thailand, and it is the highest. Okay, it is the highest mountain in Thailand. Okay, where it has a Thai pagoda. Thai pagoda. It has a chedi on top of it. Okay.
นี่คือดอยอินทนนท์นะคะ อยู่ที่เชียงใหม่นั่นเองจะเป็นภูเขาที่สูงที่สุดในประเทศไทยนะคะ ก็จะมีเจดีย์อยู่บนยอดเขานะคะ
Okay, and the last one would be the Mount Hakakaborazi. Okay, so the Mount Hakakaborazi is in Myanmar. Okay, so this is the highest mountain in Asia. Okay, they say that Mount Hakakaborazi is also called the Mount Everest. Okay, the Mount Everest. It is located in Myanmar and it is the highest mountain in Asia. Okay, it's very cold on top of it.
อยู่ที่ประเทศเมียนมานะคะ สูงที่สุดในอาเซียนของเรานะคะภูเขาลูกนี้แล้วก็มีหิมะอยู่บนข้างบนด้วยนะคะ สูงมากๆเลย
Yes, do you know the Himalayan salt? The Himalayan salt, the pink salt, that is where you can get it in Myanmar, in mountains of Myanmar, the Himalayan salt. Okay, now let's have an activity. Okay, true or false. Okay, now number one, let's have Pudit. Pudit, please read. ASEAN
it
has
Ian had five
important mountains.
done
Important mountains.
important mountain.
Okay, true or false? ASEAN has 5 important mountains. Is it true or false?
True.
True or false? What's the answer?
True.
Again,
True.
true or false? How many? 5? Is it 5?
True.
How many?
จากโลกมีบุคคลกี่รูปจริงหรือเปล่า
4. Okay. So mountains, ASEAN mountains has 4. Okay, 4 important mountains. Therefore, this is false. Okay, great job. Very good. Next, let's have Number 2. Please read. 2 of the mountains are in Indonesia.
Two of the mountains are in Indonesia.
Okay, true or false? What's the answer?
จากเรื่องมีภูเขา2 ลูกใช่ไหมคะที่มีชื่อของอินโดนีเซียใช่ไหม
No.
Again, we have
False.
Mount Bromo 1, Mount Ijen 1. How many?
Two.
2. So
Right.
the answer, true or false? True. Okay, very good. Great job. Next, let's have number 3. Please read Tin, the highest mountain. Tin. Can you hear me? Tin. Are you there? Okay, let's have Gam. Gam number 3, please read the highest mountain. Gam. Are you there? Okay, let's have Pancake. Siramon, Sirikul, Pancake. Please read. Pancake, you there? Okay, let's have Jom, number 3. Please read. The highest mountain.
highest mountain in Asia is in Myanmar.
True or false? True or false?
สูงสุดภูเขาที่สูงสุดอยู่ที่ประเทศเมียนมาใช่หรือเปล่าครับ
True or false?
True.
True. Okay, very good. Great job, John. Next, let's have Kan. Kan, please read number 4. There is snow.
There is snow on the top of Mount Bromo.
Okay, true or false?
True.
What's the answer?
False.
False. What
False.
is on top of it? White?
White smoke come
Smoke.
out.
Okay, very good, Kan. Great job. Next, let's have number 5. Number 5, Ok, Mount Bromo. Ok.
Mount Bromo has
Yes.
blue fire.
True or false? What's the answer?
True.
Again, what has the blue fire? It has blue fire. What mountain is that?
Mount Giant.
Okay, so
Mountain
what's the
Giant.
answer? True or false?
False.
False. Okay, very good. Great jobs. Okay. All right. Again, remember when you do question and answer, and when we analyze a passage, remember to check everything before we answer. Okay. Okay. So don't worry. Next week, we will be having more vocabularies, and we will learn how to analyze stories and passages. Okay. Okay. All right, now let's move on to our main topic, okay? Now, should and shouldn't. Now, how do you use should and shouldn't? So should and shouldn't is both an auxiliary verb, okay? It's a modal auxiliary verb, okay, that we use. Now, let's have should first, okay? This is very, very easy, okay? Now, should is a modal auxiliary verb, okay? Now, how do we use should? Should, or we use should and shouldn't to give advice or to talk about what we think is right or wrong, okay? All right, again, we use should if we use, or if we give advice and talk about what we think is right, okay? So we use should. We will use shouldn't or should not if we want to give advice or talk about what we think is wrong. Okay?
โอเคดิฉัน I will translate นะ choose มันเป็น modal auxiliary verb นะคะ คือ verb ช่วยนั่นเอง choose กับ shouldn't เนี่ยเป็น verb ช่วยนะคะ choose แปลว่าควร และ shouldn't ก็คือไม่ควรนะคะ exclude ก็คือเราใช้ในกรณีที่เป็น sentence ที่เราแนะนำจะทำสิ่งใดสิ่งหนึ่งนะคะ หรือว่าพูดใน sentence ที่ว่าถูกต้องหรือไม่ถูกต้องนะคะ โอเค teacher
Okay, next. We use should, or you should means something that I think it is a good idea for you to do it, okay? So we use should also for an idea that we think is correct, okay? For example, you should study every day. So I am giving you advice to study every day because I think it is good, okay? Okay, next, we use shouldn't. It means, or shouldn't means something like, I think it is a bad idea for you to do it. For example, you should not sleep late. Okay, so I am giving you advice because I think that sleeping late is wrong or it's bad. Okay, so we use shouldn't. Okay.
ที่ดิฉันพูดไปเมื่อกี้ก็คือเป็นการแนะนำนะคะ เช่น you shouldn't sleep late ก็คือ หนูไม่ควรนอนเข้านอนสายเข้านอนเลทนั่นเองนะคะ เพราะว่ามันเป็นสิ่งที่ไม่ดีต่อสุขภาพนะคะ อันนี้ก็คือเป็นการแนะนำ advice นั่นเองค่ะ
Okay, again, we use should if we are giving advice or we are giving an idea that about an idea that we think it is good. Okay, so we use should. If we think that an idea or an advice is not good, therefore we use shouldn't. Okay, that's easy. Okay, if we think the advice is good, we will use should. If we think that the advice is not good, therefore we use shouldn't. Okay. Okay, now should is used to express the opinion of a speaker and often allows I think or I don't think. Okay, so we can use I think you should or I don't think you shouldn't. Okay, so it's either I think or I don't think. You can use both in a sentence. Okay. Okay, now let's have more examples for you. Okay, now this is the structure of should and shouldn't. Okay, now the basic structure of should is we have subject plus auxiliary verb should plus the main verb. Okay, for example, you is your subject, should or shouldn't, you should or shouldn't, and then main verb. For example, you shouldn't walk outside. Okay, so followed by the main verb, which is should. Okay, so this is the format. Now look at the basic structure again with positive, negative, and question sentences. Okay, now look at this. Now here are an example structure for you. So subject, auxiliary, should, and then should not, and then main base of the verb. Okay, now look at this. He should work. Okay, work meaning work, job. Okay, how about should not? Okay, for example, you is your subject, shouldn't or should not, it's the same. Remember, it's the same. And then go is your main verb. Okay, all right, so very easy. All you have to do is to put subject, auxiliary verb should not, and then verb. Okay. Okay, next, how about for question? Okay, if we use should for question, we can put should on the first. Okay, you just swap. Okay, just salap should and your subject. Okay, if we want to use it in a sentence. Okay, but for a regular sentence, you can use subject plus should or should not plus your verb. Okay, if you will create a sentence, all you have to do is to switch subject to should and shouldn't. So what will go first will be, if this is question, okay? So what will go first should be should or shouldn't plus subject plus verb. Okay?
โอเค อันนี้คือที่ทีเชอร์ให้มาคือรูปประโยคนะคะ อันแรกคือรูปประโยคปกติ he ประธานตามด้วย should แล้วก็ตามด้วย verb main verb ก็คือ verb ปกติ verb ที่ไม่ต้องเติมอะไรเลยไม่ต้องเติม s ไม่ต้องเติม es อะไรนะคะ ส่วนประโยคปฏิเสธประธาน you should นะคะ ตามด้วย not shouldn't หรือ should not นะคะ แล้วก็ตามด้วย verb ช่องที่หนึ่ง ส่วนประโยคคำถามก็จะเป็นเอาตัว should นะคะมาอยู่ข้างหน้า ตามด้วย subject มาอยู่ต่อแล้วก็ตามด้วย verb แทนนั่นเองแล้วอย่าลืมเขียนเครื่องหมาย question mark นั่นเองค่ะอันนี้คือประโยคคำถามค่ะ
Okay, again, remember students, if you are going to create a sentence, a normal sentence, it's not an asking sentence, okay? It's just a statement. So you use subject plus should, shouldn't, and then your verb. Now, if you are going to be using a sentence or making a sentence, you will do should, shouldn't plus subject and plus your verb. Okay, you just have to switch. Okay, all right, now look at these. Note that the main verb is sometimes in the form of have plus past participle. Okay, for example, he should have gone. Okay, so you will just add have. Okay, if your sentence is in past participle. Okay, now be plus ing if it is past present tense. If this is present continuous, okay? Be going if it is present continuous, meaning it's happening, okay? It's currently happening, okay? But this is a very complex. You will not use it now. Maybe in your P6, you will talk about this, okay? But for P4, you have this one only, the basic, okay? He should work, he should go, he should drink, I should wake up. So very easy sentences, okay? When you get to P5 or P6, you will have this, the past participle, present perfect tense, or present continuous tense, okay? Okay, it's just a tip for you, so you won't be confused, okay? But we will use this one only, okay? Okay, now let's have examples, okay? Now to give advice or someone, you can also say, so this one, very simple, okay? This is not a question. This is a simple statement that you are giving an advice. Please read. Let's have Nipat. Nipat, please read. I should
do it if
I
I were you.
Okay, very good. Great job. Now, look at this. So I is your subject, should, your auxiliary verb, should, shouldn't, and then do is your verb here. Okay? Do is your verb. Okay? Very easy, right? I should do. Okay? Next, number 2. Let's have please read. I
should be rude if
okay.
I were you.
Okay, very good. Great job. So look at this. I shouldn't be so rude if I were you. Okay, so I is your subject, shouldn't is your should, shouldn't, and be, or it can be rude as well. Okay, be or rude. Okay, they are both verbs. Okay. Okay, now, next is when you regret not doing something in the past. So this one, you are thinking, oh, I should have done it. Okay, so meaning you are regretting something that you didn't do in the past. Okay, so this is already happened. Okay, example number 1. Let's have Quan Cao, please read. I
shouldn't have
spoken.
him like that.
Okay, so I shouldn't have spoken to him like that. Okay, so in this sentence, you are regretting something, okay, that you should have done. Okay, so this is an example of past participle, have spoken. Okay, so all you have to do is to put have, and then you have to put spoken. Okay, so that is the past participle of speak. Okay, have spoken. Okay, okay. Next, last example. Let's have ik, please read. I should have.
I should have.
Sorry. I should have apologized
apologized earlier.
Okay, very good. I should have apologized earlier. Okay, again, this is an example of past participle, have apologized. Okay, so have, again, all you have to do is to put have and then make the past participle of the verb. So from apologize, it became apologized. Okay, okay. Next, let's have more examples, okay? Now, we often use should when offering advice or opinions, okay? Now, this one is more simpler, okay? This is what we're gonna be using, okay? This one is a simple examples, and this is what we are gonna be using, okay? Now, let's have number 1. You should see the new James Bond movie. It's great, okay? So again, you is your subject, should, shouldn't, and see. See is the present tense of saw, okay? See is a verb, okay? Base form of the verb, see. Easy, right? Subject plus should, shouldn't plus see, which is your verb, okay? Next, number 2 example. Let's have please read. You should try
You should try to
to.
lose weight.
Okay, you should try to lose weight. So you is your subject, should, shouldn't, and then try is your verb. Okay, very good. Great job. Next, number 3 example. John, let's have Yanang. Yanang, please read. John. Yanang, you there? Please read. John
John
should get a haircut.
should get a haircut.
Okay, very good, Yanang. So John should get a haircut. So John is your subject. Should is your should, shouldn't, and then get is your verb. Okay, verb, get. Okay. Next example. Let's have Namo. Namo, please read. He
Shouldn't smoke and he should stop eating food.
2. Okay, very good, Namo. Now look at here. So this is a 2 sentence, okay? Now he plus should, shouldn't, and smoke is your verb. Okay, very good. Next, how about this? He is your subject again. Should, shouldn't, and stop is also an example of verb. Okay, as you can see, the structure is the same. Subject plus should, shouldn't, plus verb. Okay. Okay, next, let's have this. Now, this one is a sentence, okay? Let's have Pudit, please read what?
What shouldn't I
What should I wear?
What shouldn't I wear?
Okay, what should I wear? Remember, we will switch, okay? We will salap, okay? Should and your subject. So should, shouldn't will go first. Next would be your subject and then your verb wear. Okay, very good. Great job. Next, let's have Tin. Tin, can you hear me? Are you there? Tin. Tin. Okay, can. Please read they.
Yeah. They should make that eye little.
Okay, very good. So they is your subject, should, shouldn't, and make is your verb. Okay, very good. Great job. Next, there should. Let's have John, please read. There.
There should be a song against that.
Okay, very good, John. Now look at this. There should be. So there is your subject, should is your should, shouldn't, and be is your verb. Okay. Last example. Let's have Gam. Gam, can you hear me? Are you there? Gam.
Yes.
Gam, please read. People
People should
worry
worry more
about
about
global
global
warming.
warming.
Okay, very good, Gam. Great job. So as you can see here, people is your subject, should, shouldn't, and followed by worry. Worry is your verb. Okay, very simple. Subject plus should, shouldn't, plus verb. Okay, now if you're gonna make a question, first would be should, shouldn't, plus subject, plus verb. Okay, very easy, right? Is it easy? Did you understand? Yes or no? Did you understand? Did you understand? Can you hear me? Did you understand? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
ถ้าไม่เข้าใจถามได้นะคะ children มีไหม
Okay, very easy, right? Now let's move on to exercises, okay? Now, number 1, let's have John please answer. I have
a sore throat.
you blank drink cold drinks. You
Yep. ควรอะไรคะ ควรหรือไม่ควร ดื่มน้ำเย็น
drink cool drink.
Okay, what's the answer? All you have to do is to supply should or shouldn't. What's your answer, John? Should or shouldn't?
Shouldn't.
Shouldn't. Okay, very good. Great job. Next, let's have number 2. Let's have ok-ik. Okay, ok-ik. Please read number 2. I have
To teach. You shouldn't eat candy.
Okay, very good. I have a toothache. You shouldn't eat candy. Very good. Next, let's have Namo, number 3. Namo. Oh, where is Namo? Okay, let's have Gam. Gam, number 3. Gam, can you hear me? Gam, number 3.
I have a fever.
You.
You
choose.
blank
ตอบเลย
take some
Medicine.
medicine.
Okay, what's the answer? Should or shouldn't?
Shoes.
Should.
Should.
Okay, very good, Kim. Great job. That's nice. Okay, next, number 4. Let's have Can. Can, number 4. Please read. I am
tired. You should sleep.
Okay, I am tired. You should sleep. Okay, very good. Great job. Last, let's have Namo, number 5. Namo, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, please read. I am type.
Today, you shouldn't get some work done and finish it today.
Okay, what's the answer? Should or shouldn't?
Should it?
Again? Are you
Should it?
sure? You sure?
No, should.
Should. Okay, let's see. Okay, I am hyped today, meaning you have full energy. Okay, hype, full of energy. Okay, you should get some work done and finish it today. Okay, very good, Namo. Great job. All right, so that's all for today's lesson, students. Now, before we end, do you have any more questions? Questions? Do you have questions?
No.
No questions? Okay, very good, students. Now, that's all for today's lesson, and thank you for attending today's lesson. And next week, I hope to see you again all face-to-face next week, and we will continue our grammar lesson, and we will have a lot of vocabulary lesson as well. Okay? Okay, now that's all for today, students. Thank you, Teacher Nok, for translating today's lesson, and thank you, students, for attending.